Hello, ma'am. I am Arushi.
Don't call me ma'am, it's
Okay.
fine. Don't call me ma'am.
It's first time meeting. No, it's okay.
It's fine, yeah.
So currently, I am a final year BTech student at Delhi Maharaja Agrawal,
Okay.
and at ILP I am the vice president of digital marketing domain.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, Dharika, you're audible.
Yeah, as you already know, my name is Dharika Sharma,
Yeah.
and currently I am pursuing MBA in Finance and Marketing from IMT Engineering College. And here in ILP Overseas, I am Assistant Manager of Digital Marketing.
Oh, great. Simran?
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay, so hello. There is a lot of background noise.
Yeah, there's a noise. If you guys can mute yourselves, it'll be fine. Apart from the person who's just speaking. Mute yourselves, guys. Yeah, Simran, start.
Okay, so currently I'm pursuing BBA from Jain University, Bangalore. I am in third year.
Okay.
Here in ILP, I am the Vice President of I am the Vice President of Human Resources domain.
Great. So we'll start with today's session. So I've introduced myself, and today's session is going to be more like a training session where I'm going to tell you what we do in the public speaking domain, and also I'll be giving you some of my own viewpoints. How, guys, please mute yourselves. It's difficult to talk. Marzin, can you please mute yourself? Hello, am I audible, Marzin?
Hello, am I audible?
Okay. Yeah. Give your introduction. It's fine. Give your introduction.
Actually, I'm outside. I will join in no time. Just give me 10 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. Great. We'll continue with the meeting. You join. Okay? Just keep listening. Okay. Mute yourself. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Guys, Yeah. So guys, this session is going to be more about what we do at public speaking domain. And I'm also going to give you my personal viewpoints, how I went about doing everything in the public speaking domain. So basically, there are two main things that you have to do in this domain. Okay. One is making presentations, which is very important. And second is presenting those presentations. Okay. So we are going to start with the PowerPoint presentations first, and how you're going to make the PowerPoint presentations and what all things you need to keep in mind while making the presentation. So first, I'll share my screen, okay? Okay, so as you can see, the first important thing while making the presentation is all the contents of the presentation have to be very clear. Okay, you can see all the contents have to be very clear. Okay, because the person who is so a lot of people are going to make the PPTs, and some of them are going to present on the same PPTs, right? So if you don't make your presentations clear, they won't be able to present the PPT, and this otherwise it's going to be very difficult. So make sure that all the points and everything, whether it is typed or you're putting a screenshot or whatever, a picture, just make sure it's clear. Okay. The second thing you have to keep in mind is put light background colors. Okay, you don't want it to make it look very fancy, just it should be decent and presentable. So just use light background like I have used for my PPT. Okay. Third is you will be provided with the ILP logo. Okay, make sure you use it in every slide that I've used it. It's visible, right? Make sure that you use all the ILP logo in all the slides, and make sure it's visible clearly. Okay. And about the pictures, okay, when you put pictures in the presentation, make sure that you use some tool, like while I was making the presentation, I used the sniping tool. The sniping tool it takes basically less than a minute actually if you use the sniping tool, because a lot of times when I was taking the presentation, like people mail me the presentations, the pictures weren't clear. So use the sniping tool and you'll get a clear picture just like this. Okay. And also one more important thing to keep in mind is be it point wise or picture wise, anything, make sure that you do not miss any point, any part of the PPT. So you all will be given some webinar recordings every week. Okay, your team lead will give you some webinar recordings, which is basically given by Ayaz sir. So he or she will just forward those webinar meeting recordings to you, and 2 persons will be given one webinar to work on. Okay, so what you have to do is go through the webinar properly, and you will see that there are many parts in the PPT where you have to cover. Okay, so you have to take a screenshot or you have to note down the points accordingly for each of the part of the PPT, and make sure you put it in the slide. So when I was working, there were a lot of people who did the PPT properly, but they missed a lot of information. So what happens when you skip information, the person who's presenting is, they are going to mug it up, and they will do their part of telling, explaining the slides and everything. But if it's not there on the PPT, the people who are viewing it or trying to understand what's there in the content of the presentation, they won't get it. Okay, so make sure that you include all the points in the PPT, even if it's a small thing, like for University of Brighton, there are certain courses which are ranked in top 13 or 14 or 15 like that, and the PPT has been made like that. So you cannot skip all those information. You have to include all the information, even if you think it's not that important for you. It's not important but the person who is presenting it, it's important for them, right? And also for ILP overseas as well. So make sure you include each and every information, be it hand typed or anything. Just if it's hand typed, if it's typed, then you have to take the burden of typing all the way through and writing it down. I would suggest that please take screenshots. If the information is not it cannot be typed, just make sure that you screenshot it. Okay. And one more thing is yes sir.
Okay. See, it's very viable. Okay, you just take the screenshots, because what happens now, whatever the PPTs you are going through, you just open up in your mobile and just edit on your laptop. Otherwise, just make a 2 screens actually. So it will be very easy. It is copy and paste.
Yes.
It is as simple. Don't have to worry. You don't have to create a content. Don't try to make the content. You just have to copy that content. Okay, why we are copying? It is because actually it is of our sister consultant brand, that is of KC Overseas actually, and we want to build our brand, that is of ILP Overseas. Okay, that is the reason we are just copying, pasting out. So you don't need to worry about the copyrights. Everything we had, every legal documentations we had the official tabs and everything. So you don't have to worry. Just don't include any single point content of yours actually. Just make sure you just copy and paste it down. Okay, just write whenever it is written KC Overseas, you have to write ILP Overseas. Okay, whenever information is of another company, you have to just give information of our company. Okay.
Yes,
over
sir.
to you.
Yes, as sir mentioned, don't put KC anywhere in your presentations, guys. Okay. So I had made the mistake, and sir just called me up, and sir was like, very too informed. And I was like, no, sir, I'll work on it. That's fine. So don't include KC anywhere in your presentation. So for example, if it's written the countries represented by KC in Europe, you have to edit that and write the countries represented by ILP Overseas in Europe. Okay, get my point? So that way, okay, this was the presentation part. Okay, as you can see, I'll just go through it once more. See, keep it very clear, very, very clear. Only the information that is needed, only keep that. You can cut the other parts, okay? Just keep it very, very clear so that it's readable at least, and include the only required points. You do not have to include everything. For that, you have to also go through the webinar properly, but make sure you include only the required points, because some of the points, the person who is speaking, they have to explain any which ways. So just include the required points, other points are not that necessary. This. Okay, also one more thing, guys. I used to get a lot of PPTs where the work was undone, okay? Even if it's a thank you slide, okay? Make sure that you complete your entire presentation and then send it to your team lead, because what happens is your team lead can't keep checking up on you, okay? Once you're given the work, you're expected, you're given certain time, like 1 or 2 days, or maybe just a day, and then you have to complete within the given time. So you're expected to, you're given ample amount of time. Actually, this requires not more than 2 hours, trust me. And also, if you're working with your team partner, it takes hardly an hour. If you give your time, it doesn't take more than 2 hours. So I think 2 hours is manageable within the 24 hours, okay? So make sure that when you're given some task, you do it properly and submit it to your team lead, because checking up on you constantly from time to time is difficult, you know. Once you send the PPT, again there are some changes, again you have to make that changes and submit it to your team lead. Again your team lead would say that no, this is not up to the point. So make sure you follow everything, all the guidelines that your team lead tells you to do, and then accordingly you submit it. You don't want to do it over and over again, right? This is a very simple task, right? It doesn't take much time. So just complete it within the time and give it to your team lead, submit it to your team lead. Till now, does anyone have any questions? Any questions, guys?
Yeah, I have one question.
Yeah, tell me, Dharika.
As in the, as you said that no one is going to check our PPT. Only we are the one who is responsible what we have mistaken. So in our starting phase, how we could identify that where we have mistaken
I'm going to check every piece, so it's better to make sure, okay, those who are designated profiles, just check all the PPTs, it is on there or not, because you will be provided every data to you. You just have to copy paste those contents with our brand. It is as simple as that. So just make sure, first of all, you do that particular, then you create your own content to help out the presenters. It is, but yes, you had to complete all those contents which is given already in the PPTs previous one. Over to you.
Yes, I'll see. Regarding that, I'll also be providing you with the sample PPT, you know, so that you can go through that and make the PPT accordingly. Apart from that, if you have any doubts, you can always get in touch with your team lead, you know, that's not a problem. They are always there to help you out. So you can always get in touch with them and solve your queries and all. It's better that you ask them beforehand, before submitting it, and, you know, just tell them that this is happening, I can't, the picture isn't coming clear, should be included or not, or any alternative way. Just ask them and they'll advise you directly, you know. Or you can always ask Ayaz sir. Ayaz sir has constantly guided me throughout till the time I have been a part of ILB. He has constantly guided me, so you can always text him whenever you want and he'll give you the suggestion accordingly. Any other question?
Okay, it means now you are not our team leader.
I sorry, I can't hear you. Can you repeat again?
You are not our team leader.
No, I was the head of the Department of Public Speaking domain, but not anymore. I've resigned from the position because I have an exam. I have entrance exams from February, and so I have to prepare for that. So all the responsibilities, I think Simran, you and Arushi will be handling. I don't know. Just ask her about that. Who all will be handling which responsibilities? But this is my last presentation with you guys, session with you guys. Actually, I'm gonna train you guys and then hand it over to Simran. Yeah. Everything. Any doubts? Simran can also contact me. Not a problem, Simran. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah, that. Any other question, guys? Okay, no questions. So we'll move forward to the next part of the PPT, session, that is the presenting part. Okay, now the presenting part is easy, but it is also like it takes time, you know, like people for me, actually, I wasn't very good at speaking. Okay, when I started, that is why sir put me into the public speaking domain, you know, so that I improve my communication skills. But now I'm talking to you guys. So it takes a little time. So for the first one or two or three recordings, you might make mistakes, but you know, keep making the mistakes and keep submitting it to sir. Sir will, you know, point out your mistakes and try working on them. Okay, every time you send one video, one recording to sir, so sir will point out all your mistakes. Keep all that in mind, and when you make the next recording and submit it to sir, try not to repeat those mistakes. Obviously it's not possible to be perfect, 100% perfect at the first go, second go, you know, but just try improving yourself every time. So regarding the
Okay.
yeah, do you have any doubt, Dharika?
No.
Yeah, okay. So what you need to do is you have to have a plain background. This is not the plain background. Okay, when I used to shoot the videos, you need to have a plain background, right? There should be nothing like a white background or a light colored background or whatever it is. You need to have a plain background. Just sit straight. Okay, this much should be visible. This much of your body should be visible on the screen. Okay. Okay, and the thing is, be confident. You might be wrong, you might be speaking, you have said something wrong in the PPT, but just keep going forward, don't stop. Okay, because once you stop, no, you have to repeat it all over again and recording all over again. Just keep talking. If you're not confident, yeah, you've forgotten all the lines, then it's fine, re-record. But till that point of time, even if you make mistakes, no, just keep going again, because you have to keep talking actually in the PPT. So once you have a practice of doing that, you'll see that you're getting better at it. Okay. So some of the important points that you have to keep in mind is, while preparing for the presentation, make sure you note down each and everything. So a presentation can be of 2 hours, okay, within which half an hour is given for the Q&A, question answer round. Okay, so the rest of the 1 hour 30 minutes, you have the actual content of it. Okay, so what you do is take a diary and a pen, and every slide that is there in the actual webinar of the PPT, you have to take down the notes. Okay, make sure you note down everything that is required and everything. So some points need explanation, as I've mentioned before, right? Some points need explanation, some points you just have to see from the PPT, read it out, and just move forward to the next slide. So note down everything that is possible. If you are unable to remember, write down the entire paragraph. Okay, there is nothing wrong in that. Write down the entire paragraph, try going through it once or twice or thrice, and when you're presenting it, just see it from your notes and then present it. It's not necessary that you have to present the entire thing looking at the note. That don't do that, but just try to keep just try to remember the main points, and then you can check the other points from your notes that you already have. Okay, just make sure to do that, because the preparing part takes around, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 hours if you do it properly, right? It doesn't take more than that. Max to max 2 hours. Okay, and also I would suggest that prepare properly, take out some time, take a break, and then do the recording. Don't do it at one go, you might mix up points. Okay, just takes out some time, register all the points in the mind, and then do the recording after some time. That will help you, or that will make it way easier. I'm talking from my personal experience. So yeah, that, and elaborate the points. Yes, elaborate some of the main points which have been explained in the webinar. Okay, elaborate on those points, because without that, the student won't know why they want to take admission in that particular university, right? And also one more thing, certain times when the speaker in the webinar speaks, some of the words are not clear. Okay, so this one time I was actually he took the name of the university in Tuscaloosa. Okay, and I heard it as something else. And I kept hearing it over and over again for 25-30 times, and I couldn't understand. Then I searched on Google and everything, and just make sure that you do not type the name of the universities wrong. They have very unique names of universities in abroad. Just make sure you don't type the name wrong. Just hear it over and over again. I know it's a tough task to do. It's not always that difficult. Some of the words maybe you won't be able to understand, but make sure that you find out what the actual word is, or maybe just consult your team partner, whoever is there with you. Just send the recording to him or her and ask if this word is right, if you're pronouncing this word right or wrong. Just make sure to do that. Okay. I think that is it. That is it about the presentation part. Be confident when you're talking, obviously. Make sure to keep that in mind, and also try to look a little presentable while you're giving the presentation. Like, I am not telling you to put makeup and stuff, but just look presentable, like background, like also you have to wear a blazer while doing the presentation, so make sure you all guys have a blazer or an alternative to blazer, whatever it is, black, white, or whatever it is. Just look presentable is what I'm trying to say. Any questions? No questions? Nothing? Everything clear? Yes, no, something?
Yeah, it's
Yes, everything is clear.
Guys, it took me a lot to do this training session actually, because I wasn't good at communicating at all. And then sir suddenly told me that you have to take the training session before you just resign from the position. So I was like, okay, guys, I'll do it. So I need yes and no from you guys. Did you guys understand what I said? Is there any other doubt?
No.
Yes, Mazen?
Yeah, I'm in my home now.
Okay.
And
Did you hear what I said?
yeah, I heard.
Okay, did you understand?
Yeah, a lot, but I think I have some
You have some doubts?
confusion too.
Yeah,
I
tell.
have some doubts too.
Yeah, ask.
First thing being, I don't have a blazer. What should I do for that?
Find an alternative to blazer actually. Wear something, a t-shirt, no, not a t-shirt, sorry, a shirt. Wear a shirt, okay? And also ask sir what you can do, I don't know the alternative, I just said, but also ask sir, guys. I don't have the solution to everything. Okay, next question.
Next, when will this start? First presentation, when we have to do?
You see, everyone doesn't have to do the presentation, okay? Everyone has to make the PPT, okay? There will be teams of 2 who will work on one webinar recording, okay? But some of the people have to do the presentation, which sir will tell you who has to do the presentation or not. And if you start doing the PPTs well, sir might tell you to do the presentations also, so that accordingly. First, do the presentations properly. If you do the presentations properly, if you make the PPTs properly, you will be allowed to do the presentation. I think sir has selected Simran to do the presentation part, I think. But I don't know. Ask sir once.
I don't think so. Okay, I'll talk to him.
Okay, yeah, just talk to him. You guys will, sir will guide you guys, I'm sure. And anything else, Mazen?
No,
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Please, I have a question.
Yes.
So you're saying that the PPT, when we list a point, we have to explain the point.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
For
Some
every
of
point, some of the points are explainable.
Some of the points you have to explain, which you have to elaborate in detail. You cannot write everything down in the PPT, right? PPT just has the points, necessary points, but some of the points you have to explain on your own.
Okay.
Yeah. Not all the points, some of the points. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Agnes, welcome. Anything else, guys? Nothing? So I think.
What is the name of that app to which I have to record the presentation?
Oh, no. You just have to record it on Zoom. Zoom, you have to record. Okay. Just use the Zoom. There's a record option in Zoom. you can record from there. You can, you first of all, you have to share your screen. The PPT has to be there, and then you can start the recording like I am doing. I'm recording the entire training session right now. It's being recorded.
But
one more
when
thing.
you goes to the presentation part, then you will not be clear, not
Sorry.
seeing clear
Wait, I didn't get you. Can you repeat?
your photo.
Yeah.
When you go to the presentation part, your photo will not be visible.
No, Zoom, in Zoom, your photo will be visible. When you do a Google Meet, your photo will not be visible. So in Zoom, what happens? They minimize your photo, okay, when you are sharing your screen. It's there on the right-hand side upper corner.
Okay, I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, okay. So that will happen, and then you can start your recording. Just share your screen first and then start recording, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions, guys?
Yeah, generally, what will be this PPT mainly? Like, what will be the premise of the PPT? Generally?
The content of the PPT, you mean to say?
Yeah, like generally, what is the
Different content is there. It might be about some university, about the, suppose it's about University of Brighton. Okay, so ILP Overseas basically has experience in overseas education and counseling, right? So they have to
Okay.
convince the student to get into that university, right, through their
Right.
coaching and everything, right? You get it. So what happens is these all PPTs are there to give you a better understanding of that university or the place, or why you should be studying in that particular place. Okay, so different
Okay.
contexts, there are different topics actually, but they are very interesting, guys. Actually, if you go through them, they're very interesting. You get to know about
Okay.
many different universities and countries and everything. It's very interesting.
Okay.
Not
Thank you.
boring. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Agnes, that's fine. I'm going to end the PPT. I'm going to end the session if no one has any other questions. No question, guys? Amit, do you have any question?
No.
Okay, great. Then I'm ending the session, guys. All the best to you. And I hope you have fun making PPTs and presentations. Trust me, it's not that boring. Yeah, Agnes?
Okay.
Yes, Agnes. Yeah, trust me, it's not that boring. But you can always get in touch with Ayaz sir. He's amazing. He'll train you amazingly. I am very glad that I got his training. So any doubt, anything you have, you just go and just drop a text. Or no, don't call him. Just drop a text to him and he'll solve your queries. Okay, guys? I'll end the session here.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, bye.